After the fall of Thanos and the disbanding of the original Avengers, the world entered a fragile peace. The heroes who once carried the weight of the universe had either retired, vanished, or fallen. The Avengers were no longer an active unit, and in their absence, the world began to fracture. New threats emerged in the shadows, and cosmic energies stirred across time and space. But out of that silence, something new began to rise, not from power or fame, but from inspiration. In Jersey City, Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel, had seen the impossible. After crossing paths with Captain Marvel and Monica Rambeau, she realized that the universe didn't just need the legends of yesterday. It needed protectors for tomorrow. Determined to act, Kamala began her quiet mission to assemble a new generation of heroes. Her search led her to New York City, where she found Kate Bishop, the young protégé of Hawkeye. Skilled, fearless, and precise, Kate had proven herself against assassins and crime lords long before her time. Though she carried no powers, her resolve and leadership made her a natural partner. Together, they became the foundation of a new team, one built on trust, courage, and youthful conviction. In Baltimore, Eli Bradley carried the legacy of a hidden past. The grandson of Isaiah Bradley, the first black super soldier, Eli had grown up in the shadow of forgotten history. The stories of sacrifice and betrayal shaped him into something unbreakable. In time, he would rise as the Patriot, a living symbol of endurance and truth. Far beyond Earth's reality, the echoes of Wanda Maximoff's broken heart still resonated through the multiverse. Her twin sons, Billy and Tommy Maximoff, existed as fragments of lost creation, pieces of magic and emotion scattered across alternate worlds. But destiny has a way of pulling its own together. The day would come when Billy, now known as Wiccan, and Tommy, called Speed, would find their way back, not as illusions, but as real, living heroes. In Wakanda, a secret legacy grew quietly under the protection of the royal family. Toussaint, the son of King T'Challa, carried the bloodline of the Black Panther. Though the world was unaware of his existence, he was being raised not just as a prince, but as a protector. In the years to come, he would take his father's mantle and honor the spirit of Wakanda's greatest hero. Elsewhere, in an MIT workshop filled with sparks and metal, a young genius named Riri Williams built her destiny. From the streets of Chicago to the laboratories of Wakanda, she crafted her own armor, sleek, powerful, and unlike any that came before. As Ironheart, she carried the legacy of Tony Stark not as an imitator, but as an innovator ready to redefine what a hero could be. Meanwhile, in the far reaches of the galaxy, a lone figure watched the stars. Teddy Altman, a Skrull-Kree hybrid, lived between two worlds that would never fully accept him. His strength, compassion, and sense of belonging made him a bridge between species, and a warrior of peace. Though his path was uncertain, fate would draw him toward Earth, where his heart and purpose would finally align. But across the cosmos, another son was preparing for his own destiny, one born not of peace, but of survival. On the planet Skaar, the son of Hulk, had grown up in a world shaped by brutality and war. His father, once a gladiator there, left a legacy of power and rage. Skaar inherited both. When Bruce Banner brought him to Earth, Skaar carried within him the strength of the Hulk and the fury of Sakaar's wild lands. Unlike his father, however, his struggle was internal, a battle between the monster he could become and the hero he wished to be. His presence would bring raw power to Kamala's young team, but also unpredictability. Piece by piece, these young heroes, Kamala Khan, Kate Bishop, Eli Bradley, Billy and Tommy Maximoff, Riri Williams, Teddy Altman, and Skaar, found their paths crossing. Each had come from different worlds, different struggles, and different dreams. Yet, they shared a single truth, the belief that someone must rise to protect what the old generation left behind. Their union was not sanctioned, nor guided by anyone from the past. They were self-made, bound by friendship and purpose. When they finally stood together for the first time, they were not yet a team, but they were something more powerful, potential. Together, they represented the next chapter of heroism. A generation that did not grow up in peace, but in the aftermath of war. A generation unafraid to fight for their place in a world that once looked up to gods. The threats they would face, from the remnants of the multiverse, from cosmic powers still awakening, and from legacies they did not yet understand, would test their limits. But in their unity, they would find strength. This was not a continuation of the Avengers story, it was a rebirth. From the ashes of legends came the rise of new heroes. Young, unproven, but destined to inherit the fight for Earth's future. This was the dawn of the Young Avengers, the new age of heroes.